On April 27, 1920, the Russian army, consisting of approximately 78,000 fighters, crossed the borders of Azerbaijan and began to advance towards Baku in the interior of our country. On April 28, the Azerbaijan Democratic Republic fell, and after a 23-month break, our homeland again fell under the occupation of Russia. From time to time we hear claims from some people who are nostalgic for the Soviet era that if there had been no Bolshevik invasion, 1. Simple workers would have groaned under the oppression of lords, khans and capitalists. 2. A large part of the population would have remained illiterate. 3. Social and cultural development wouldn't have taken place in Azerbaijan. 4. Metro and panel buildings wouldn't have been built in Baku city. 5. We wouldn't have had delicious and sweet ice cream, hot factory bread, and fragrant cervelat sausage. First, for the sake of objectivity, let's try to determine on the basis of concrete facts what the Soviet regime actually gave to Azerbaijan. 1. Every Azerbaijani had the same political and social rights as other people living in the Soviet Union. 2. Compulsory secondary education was introduced in the Republic. It was quite an important and progressive step. By the way, compulsory secondary education was introduced later in all the neighboring countries. 3. The population was surrounded by free education and medical care. However, let's also emphasize that the level of professionalism in healthcare, in particular, was much lower than in Western countries. 4. In 1960 to 1980, 5 and 9-story buildings, mostly of panel blocks, were built and given to people for free. It is true that the microclimate of those buildings isn't good, but they are quite strong and earthquake resistant even today. 5. In 1967, the Baku Metro was built and made available to the population. For comparison, let's note that the Istanbul Metropolitan was built in 1989, and the Tehran Metropolitan in 1999. Instead, the freedom and independence of Azerbaijan was taken away, and the development of the Republic as a sovereign country was blocked. So, if the Soviet power hadn't been established in Azerbaijan, the following events wouldn't have happened. 1. There would have been no armed resistance movement of 1920 to 1925, and the invaders wouldn't have martyred approximately 48,000 Azerbaijanis. 2. After 1920, Azerbaijan's oil, gas and other natural resources wouldn't have been subject to merciless exploitation. 3. In 1925 to 1929, the Armenian Levan Murzian wouldn't have led Azerbaijan, and the Megri region connecting Azerbaijan with Nakhchivan, and our other territories wouldn't have been gifted to Armenia. 4. In 1925, the Qajar dynasty wouldn't have been overthrown and Reza Khan Pahlavi, a spy of the Russian military intelligence, wouldn't have come to power in Iran. The policy of total Persianization wouldn't have been launched in this country. 5. In the years 1929 to 1933, the mass collectivization policy wouldn't have been carried out in the regions of the Republic, there wouldn't have been numerous peasant uprisings, and as a result, thousands of Azerbaijanis wouldn't have been martyred. Also, tens of thousands of Azerbaijanis who lived in Azerbaijan, Armenia and Georgia wouldn't have been deported to Kazakhstan, Central Asia, and Siberia, and a significant part of them wouldn't have died in those distant lands. 6. In 1937 to 1939, at least 2,665 Azerbaijanis, most of whom were intellectuals, scientists and servicemen, wouldn't have been shot on political charges. 7. 600,000 Azerbaijanis wouldn't have participated in World War II, and up to 300,000 of them wouldn't have perished. 8. In 1948 to 1953, 58,847 Azerbaijanis wouldn't have been forcibly relocated to Azerbaijan from their ancient ancestral lands in Armenia, while many children and women wouldn't have died due to climate change and various diseases. 9. The bloody Karabakh conflict that arose as a result of the fall of the Red Empire and Armenian greed wouldn't have happened, tens of thousands of Azerbaijanis wouldn't have been martyred, and nearly 1 million Azerbaijanis wouldn't have been displaced from their ancestral homeland. I wonder what would have happened if Azerbaijan could have preserved its independence? Now let's clarify this issue. 1. The income obtained from Azerbaijan's natural resources would have been used for the country's development and progress. Our homeland would have become one of the richest democratic states in the region. 2. Education, healthcare, law enforcement, military and other areas of the republic would have been adjusted to Western standards in the 1960s and 1970s. 3. Our national traditions, historical monuments, toponyms would have been preserved. 4. Azerbaijani language, literature, various fields of science would have been developed. In the words of Babek Karami, the heroic son of the Azerbaijani people, living free for one day is better than being a slave for 40 years. Freedom is a wonderful gift, it's necessary to know its value and protect this value. Thanks for watching the video until the end. We invite you to click the like button, share the video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the notification icon. If you like this video, you can also watch our other videos and enjoy them. Bye.